let's go 3 for 3. The Browns at the Ravens. Ravens opened up -8.5. It's down to 7.5. So who do you like this game?
I like the Ravens, especially with the spread moving down. Like, I know the Browns are better than they were last year. It's funny. Everyone was on the Browns bandwagon last year, and you and me were kind of off it, being like, they still have some weaknesses on that offensive line that they have to shore up. Lo and behold, they had Jedrick Wills and Jack Conklin this year, and everyone's lower on them now for some reason. But the line movement seems to demonstrate that maybe the bettors aren't lower on them. But anyway, this falls into the same category as the other two games. It's a veteran head coach, John Harbaugh, who's excellent in week one, excellent with extra time to prepare, going against Kevin Stefanski, who is coaching his first game at the NFL level. I think the no preseason is going to hurt Stefanski. He's going to have to kind of adjust on the fly and kind of shake out the butterflies. So I think that's a big deal for him. And this is just an amazing stat about John Harbaugh. In his last 3 openers, the Ravens have outscored their opponents by a mark of 4 on average of 42 to 4.3 per game. So they're winning by almost 38 points per game. It's insane. So they would cover any spread. I don't think the Browns are quite as bad as the teams they played. Like, they played the Dolphins in the past, and then the year before they played the Bills, and I think won 47-3. I think the Browns team is better than those, but this Browns team I still don't think is ready for the limelight. And the Ravens have made some big improvements on defense, adding Calais Campbell, drafting Patrick Queen. I think they have some good pieces on defense that'll help them get some pressure on Baker Mayfield, even with the improved offensive line. So I like the Ravens in this game. I'm probably going to go for 1 or 2 units on this one, just because I do respect the Browns, but I'm much higher on the Ravens in this specific game. I just don't want to end up in a situation where the Browns running game actually works really well like it did, I think it was week 3 last year, and they blew out the Ravens. I don't think that happens, but I'm hedging my bets against that by betting just 1 or 2 units.
Yeah, that game was, I think that kind of threw everyone off the scent of those two teams, because the Ravens got blown out at home by the Browns, and everyone's like, okay, maybe the Ravens aren't that good and the Browns are better than what we think they are. And they kind of had reversals after that. And if you recall, like the Ravens had so many injuries in that game, like heading into that game, they just weren't themselves. And then they also traded for Marcus Peters, so they got better when everyone got healthy, and also Peters joined the team. So I think that was misleading. And then late in the year, Baltimore went into Cleveland and handled them pretty easily. So I think this game could go that way if these teams were on even rest, like 7 days off, 6 days off, whatever. I think I think I might lean toward Cleveland. But given the extra rest, the time to prepare, what you were saying about John Harbaugh versus Kevin Stefanski not ever coaching, being a head coach in the NFL. John Harbaugh is an amazing week 1 coach. He's in his career, he's 9-3 straight up and against the spread in week 1. The last time he didn't cover in week 1 was in 2015 against the Broncos, who went on to win the Super Bowl that year. So I don't think this Browns team is going to win the Super Bowl. I like them a little bit, but they're not going to go all the way. So yeah, I like Baltimore a lot. They even with Marshall Yanda gone, which is a big loss, I still think they're vastly superior here. They have a lot of matchup edges. Jarvis Landry's banged up. Who knows what's going on with Odell Beckham in those tweets today. So I think the Baltimore secondary should be able to handle Baker Mayfield, who's not really refined as a quarterback yet. I think he might get there one day, but I don't think he is. So I think Baltimore should be able to win this. So we're 3 for 3.
Yeah, and one other point on this game, I think the linebacker core for Cleveland, I think, is pretty banged up because they lost Joe Scobert in free agency, and then they have, I think Mac Wilson's banged up too, and then Grant Delpit's out for the season. So I know he's a safety, but still kind of up the middle, and that back seven's a little bit weak. So just another point. But yeah, it's good that we're 3 for 3 out of the gate. If we had been 0 for 3, I would be very not confident in any of my picks, but I'm feeling good right now.
That's a good point on the linebacking core and I guess generally the middle of the defense. If you're weak in the middle of the defense against Lamar Jackson, that kind of spells trouble to me. So yeah, I'm glad we're 3 for 3.